All right. You said you want to spell save,
Yes.
and as a level 6, 7, I have 95,832. I'm at level 7, right?
Probably. I don't know them off the top of my head.
For what class?
Fighter.
That's going to be pretty close. Yeah. But yeah, if it's 1632, it'd be 64. 64 might have been 7, and you might need like 125 or 130 for 8, something like that.
64,000 is level 7. Okay, so I'm level 7. Or 64,001 is level 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So as a level 7 fighter, what's my spell save? Uh, Fighter 7, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13. Ten, 12, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah, my spell. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's right. I have +2. All right. Spell save. Here it is. No modifier, right?
No, just whatever your number is. Okay. So
Nice. Yeah, I saved by 4.
let's kind of recreate the scene. So you guys had come back trying to track down the devil on the vulture. And you got to the clearing where you thought he had gone down in, and Bobbin finds the evidence that the bird did land. It landed, there were 5 or 6 steps after it landed. It came to a stop. The devil's feet, you're assuming a pair of boot prints, then came down on the left side of left side of it, and moved up to the head, or where the head would be, and it started walking, and they took about 3 steps and disappeared. And so you guys were looking around trying to find more evidence, figure out, kind of discussing this. And then Ragnar said, "Oh, well, let's try this." And he reaches in his backpack, pulls out the gold and jade hourglass that you guys had taken off of the devil you killed. And he figures out which side has the sand in it, and he sets it down
And he
and
reverses
gets it
time.
flowing. And when it starts flowing, everybody but Galathon is on the ground groveling. Galathon, you are in. I mean, you're still up, but it's hard. Like it's like the air's throbbing.
Yeah. And night turns to
the
day, day
lights
turns
are
to night.
flashing,
Yeah.
and they've been flashing between light and dark, and now suddenly it's nothing but dark. There's no more bands of light. It's just darkness. So
Is the moon out and stars?
no, you can't make out anything. All you can see is light and like the ground around you. You can't see stars, moon, anything.
Oh. Did the terrain change?
Throbbing is continuing. I mean, it's like and it's gotten faster and faster, and now it's almost constant pressure. Yeah, like air pressure, like it's making your ears hurt, type of thing.
Did the terrain change?
No.
Is Ragnar groveling?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay. We're all people, Putty. It's up to you, Gallifrey.
I'm gonna help John up.
It's suddenly, as you're doing that, it suddenly starts getting gray, and then you start getting bands of light again. Bursts of it. So
That's right.
you can help him up. So when he does that, I'll go ahead and give you another saving throw.
What's it versus spell?
Everybody?
Nope, just John.
Durin.
Oh, okay.
Let me see where Durin's at.
Durin.
Okay. So Durin, you kind of come out.
Uh-oh.
Now you won't have known, will not have known that it went entirely dark for a while. To you, it looks like it's moving faster than it was when it started, and you just kind of were out of it. You were not paralyzed, but you were in just like awe, fear. This is too much. My mind can't handle it type of situation.
Yep, well, I'll collect myself and then try to help my comrades that are stricken.
Okay. So if you guys help up Thernal, then he can get another save.
Woohoo!
Can roll a car roll.
A car roll? What's a car roll?
You're in the car, you can make a roll. A car roll.
Oh. Ha ha.
Literally, mate.
Are you guys
Literally.
picking me up? I didn't hear you guys say you're doing that.
No, I said
Yeah, I
there-
helped you out.
Me. Okay, one
you were
second.
the only. He said he was going to help his colleagues. You were the only colleague that needed help.
I think that worked, right?
So you come out of it too. Again, you don't. It looks kind of faster than it was when it first started, but you're unaware of anything that happened in the intermediate because your eyes have been closed, your hands on your ears, and you've just been trying to deal with the terrible pressure and the feeling of it all. Still a little,
Okay.
both of you still a little uneasy about it, but you're kind of to your senses again.
You'll, Durin
Anybody
wants to
about to
tell
play football?
Ragnar that he didn't think that was a good idea.
Ragnar's putty, man.
All right,
Yeah,
sorry, I
now.
stepped away for a second.
Ragnar's a putty people.
Yeah, well, he obviously isn't going to recover.
Not today. I mean, we
So-
can text him. Maybe he'll tell us. Make a roll.
Make a roll, mate. Make a roll.
Get him to make a roll from Scotland, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
He was there the other day.
So,
What are you guys doing?
Okay,
I thought
so
we were still delirious. Couldn't do anything yet.
Ragnar
No.
did turn the hourglass the other way, I seem to remember.
No.
Yeah. Play football.
All right, well, Durin will then.
Okay.
It'll undo what Ragnar did.
This is gonna suck.
Uh-huh.
Gonna Squishes.
Do I need to make a D20?
No.
Play some
Okay.
football. Punt that son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
He stops it.
Okay. So when you stop it,
Well, technically,
the
that won't
pulsing
bother,
will
will it?
suddenly come to an end, and you're still in the clearing. Although the clearing looks to be different, but the same. Like it's a small hillock, and it's still there, and the same types of vegetation, kind of to the same place, but it looks like there's maybe the trees are not as old, but then there are trees that you didn't think were that old that now look old.
Oh boy. The war is over.
Yay! We don't have to deal with it.
Took us right out of the whole thing.
Might be the beginning of it.
Now we're gonna find a bunch of Eloy and Morlocks, right?
Oh, we're dating ourselves. There we go.
And as you gather yourselves and the NPCs come to and get back mobile, the rangers will point out that there is a large amount of smoke and fire, not like forest fire or something, but
Oh no.
Campfires?
like
Or...
large amounts of campfires or something, or a village or something. You know, there's a significant amount of fire being burnt over in the distance.
And we can see it because
A
it's
bit
dark?
to the
Or...
northwest or northeast.
And we're going northwest.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
okay.
guess we will just continue at daylight slowly.
Okay.
So we're gonna move. All right. Go and take peeks.
You guys are tired because this is kind of like the night.
Hmm.
Wait a minute.
And that's why we see the
I mean,
fire.
you were like at the end of your day and you saw him go down, and then you guys decided to rush through the dust to get there. So
Which does?
although it's not night, you guys have just been through a full day of movement.
Oh.
Did we go through some kind of fog or something?
No.
Okay, never mind. That might have been a different game. Yours is blended in with my Monday game, I think.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sorry. Had to check. All right. I don't know. Are we gonna like scout this out and just keep our distance and see what's going on?
About how far away is the smoke?
That estimate probably about a mile.
Oh,
Wow, that's pretty close.
yeah. So if it's a village, it would be worth going there.
Maybe we should send a couple of the rangers to scout by
Yeah.
themselves and just not go there and not risk it.
Do we have that ability?
Yeah, there's
with us.
ranger NPCs, I think.
We have
Oh,
quite
okay.
a few of them. We've got 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember that. I thought 2.
We have 4 of them, don't we, Richard?
I think there was originally 2, and then we got 2 more.
Yeah.
Well,
And one's
yeah.
quite a higher level one. He doesn't take any sentry duty or anything.
Lazy.
Well, why don't we? Okay, talking to that head ranger, Richard will say maybe somebody should go. You should send somebody to investigate.
Yeah,
A couple
we
of
should do
guys
that.
while we just quietly sit
they're
here.
willing.
They'll do as requested.
Ugh.
It's probably not a village. It's probably an enemy army or army group or skirmish group, whatever.
Oh.
But it would be good to know if that's the case.
I'm gonna grab food, so I might mute you guys. Oh no. Shit. This might not happen. We're good.
Do they come back in a timely manner, or?
A minute here.
Is it still? It's springtime now, Richard. I seem to remember.
Yeah, it is spring.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys are in the clearing and you hear them coming back hurriedly.
Mike and Mark.
Okay. Like what?
Mike and Mark.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we're packed and ready to go anyway, so.
And they come in. Mike is barely hanging on to his horse. He got
Like he's
4
hurt.
arrows in him.
Oh shit.
I
Unless
guess
you're
we shouldn't
sending-
go over there.
So
Well, Durin will go to try to help Mike.
okay,
Over here, Mike. Let me help you.
so what do you want to do?
Run.
Well, hopefully he comes to me, yes, so I can heal him.
Well, he's on his horse. He doesn't look like he's all that, but I will go ahead and bring him over to you.
All right, well, I'll heal him.
You can see him.
Is it considered out of combat?
Yeah.
All right, so then he gets 16. I'll do a cure light, so it's 16 points.
Your lights are 8.
Yeah, but I got the magic item. Doubles
Oh,
the heal.
Okay, I didn't remember.
You gave one to me,
Yeah.
one to Veda, and one to Blunden. So all of our stuff is doubled now, Richard. You created a monster.
Yeah, Or-
I did the computation.
Or I created more monsters than you guys
Yeah,
wanted.
if out of combat, London and I, if it's out of combat, we could heal between the two of us probably somewhere in excess of between 700 and 800 points.
Wow.
What?
Because it's
Why are we
double.
playing?
Like I've got cure heavy wounds, and if they're maximum doubled, that's 48 points per spell.
How does get Ragnar back up to snuff?
It does. It will. So that's why I'm saying
Almost.
that those magic items that for us, I got a lot of healing in combat to keep you going. But that's why we're going up against something so powerful. They gave us those items to help keep us up because it's probably going to be pretty tough.
So what are you guys doing?
So what does he say to us?
Under
After I heal him? How
Oh,
many?
really? Obviously a lot.
Hungry Legion.
Wow, let's get the hell out of here. Well, I guess we'll just flee to the west then. We weren't necessarily planning on going that direction, but to go away from them.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense, fellas?
Yeah.
At least for a couple of miles, and then we'll maybe start looping around. But
Oh.
if they got the Rangers, we better get the hell out of here.
Thank you.
So you guys can head out. Now remember, your horses have already been ridden for a full day.
We'll walk
Oh,
them.
they're still with us.
I thought we
push
already
them.
camped.
No,
Okay.
that's what I told you guys. You started.
All
You
right,
moved
okay.
from your encampment at dusk. You didn't encamp. You went back. You decided to go back and try to find the devil before you
Well,
camp.
we'll have to go a few miles to the west to make a camp. To try to be as secretive as we can possibly can. That's what we can do.
Why so many Ungren though?
Oh, well, we're in the middle of a war zone and
Yeah.
invading armies.
Was there Ungren in the war zone that we were dealing with, or did it change?
Yes.
Well, you were in the war zone, but there was not
Ungren.
a major encampment
Right.
here when you came to this clearing.
So we at
Before,
least think that's strange.
yes.
Okay.
So light camp, no fire. No tents since it's springtime. We'll be ready to leave at a moment's notice. I'll take third watch.
I think we need to move further away, especially since they've already had an engagement.
Yeah, 2 miles at least.
Beltus will speak up and say, if you guys get in 2 columns I will go to the rear and I should be able to obscure our passage.
Okay, yeah, at
Yeah.
least for a mile, or at least for a while, just to put a bit of distance.
And you see him getting out some stuff and doing some small rituals and a prayer.
Oh, pass without trace.
And we'll move away and hope to be able to make it through the night.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be a good hope.
I'm gonna step away just for a second. I gotta get a cold one out of the fridge. It's like 10 feet from me.
Okay. Understandable. Bring me one.
Huh.
It's one of the disadvantages of DMing online. You can't have. Yeah, I'd like some. Yeah, bring me one of those.
Oh,
I'm back.
So you guys find some place that you feel is somewhat secure, and set yourselves up in a less obvious campground where you're in some cover and can watch and have maybe stone to your back or something. Yeah. I'll say that you'll find some place where you've got a little. They can't come at you from one side, and the other side is like up the hill through the one trail in the woods. So you guys can rest and watch more easily.
Yep, that's what we want.
And so who's on first watch?
Yeah, well, can you be on the first watch? Normally the cleric's on the last one.
Usually, all the clerics and magic users are on the last one with someone to guard them.
first.
I think I'm the only caster.
There, that is done. You're not
Theranol's
the
a
only
caster.
caster.
Yeah, Theranol's a caster.
Fighter mage.
London too, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You got enough guys to do it without any caster having to take watch. Although with just 3 of you would.
So 3 of us on the third watch. Mark on
I
the
guess
first watch, and
maybe Mark and Mike both on the first watch.
I thought
We
Mike
have
was
our own
hurt.
guy. I healed him.
Oh, okay, and you pulled out the arrows. Gotcha.
Well, you guys figure that out. I'm gonna go and you can roll for the 3 watches. Just roll once for whoever's watching, and roll the second 20 for the ranger that's up with you. I'm gonna do the same thing that Galthon couldn't help me with.
Not fair.
I'm rolling for myself and then the ranger. So 2 and a 17, so I got it covered. Somebody want to roll from London?
There you go. I rolled the wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the wrong button, matey.
Yeah. Well, I'm driving too. There you go.
That's why I said car roll.
Right. As long as we don't roll the car, we're all right.
Exactly. Where do you actually live?
In Upland, California.
Yeah.
It's an hour drive to Glendale.
Hour drive from Glendale. What over on the other side of the mountains?
No, there's no mountains. I mean, they're to the north there, but I'm nowhere near them. I'm almost up.
Somebody want to roll for the other Cormo? Calathon?
Yeah, I'll roll for Cormo.
So we got a good splattering of rolls.
And really good.
Mm.
Ungrim Legion. Doesn't that sound fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't get rid of them damn things. I think
Isn't
that's the only monster original game.
isn't Ungren like
A lot of fireballs. A lot of fireballs.
isn't Ungren like his version of a orc or something?
I think.
Well, I mean,
Bugbear,
Ungren or
maybe?
Ungren, there's orc still. It's like a mix. It's
I
like
think
a
it's like a
bull
superior,
minotaur
like
orc.
maybe Urukai or Bugbear or something like that. I think they're more hit dice than an orc.
It looks like a minotaur, orc.
What
I
kind
think
of
we shot
goatish?
Goatish,
They're devilish.
devilish, goatish, minotaurish. They're ishish.
How you
No.
spell?
We had a splattering of rolls, Richard. Most of them had a high and low roll in each watch.
Okay. So, yeah, during your guys' pass quietly.
That's good.
And Thernal, your watch passes quietly.
Well,
And Galathon, your watch passes quietly.
What's the next day?
Yeah, so like probably the time you moved, it was kind of late afternoonish. So you can either wait until you either can get up and get a start before dark or before sunrise, or you guys can get a little extra rest in either way.
Maybe a bit extra rest and feeding up.
Okay.
what's the difference?
What's the difference? The time of day you leave here.
Right.
So I
We
mean,
leave
there would
earlier.
be
We get a head
some.
start again, whatever, and then
Yeah,
what if
you
we stay
could.
longer and we eat? Like, what does that do for us?
Well, no,
It
it's
doesn't-
we'd be moving in the dark.
Just means that you're not having to travel in the dark and you're kind of traveling with the sun again rather than trying to push forward early. But that's up to
Oh,
you
okay.
guys.
No, I was just saying because it seems unusual because we never really did that before. So I thought maybe there was a special.
Well, I
thing
mean,
for it.
just because I'm just trying to bring time back into sync
You're
or
good.
understand you're
Yeah,
going to
that's
stay out of
okay.
sync.
We
That's-
could leave. We could leave just as the sun's coming up, as the lights
Sure.
just starting.
That's fine. No, I was just curious. That's all.
And part of it was because your internal body clock is not in sync with the sun right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Obviously, we've distorted time, at least to some
You guys came from
degree.
the East Coast to the West Coast. I get it.
So yes, we're off, Richard, the next day, trying to avoid any further entanglements.
Yeah, we'll call it sand lag.
Eh,
Right
So
in our sand lag.
yeah. So you guys get up and when you leave and Feltus will do his stuff again to get you out of here and get you a start with no trail at least.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Rangers do kind of work the back end of it, like they're dragging some branches at times and things of that nature. I mean, they're in physical, but his magic is just a short time, like a half hour or so.
okay.
And so you guys moving on and just continue as you had set out.
Pretty much. I guess just very wary as we know that there's war parties in the area.
Okay. So you guys are moving. Are you getting back like on the trail you trying to get back on the trail that you came in on, or you just bursting new trail, or what's the
Bursting a new trail.
okay? So
Rangers can keep us well guided.
Must have got disconnected. It's all right. I'll be back on. What are you doing out here? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's
All
like-
here. Yeah.
Sorry, when I was coming up the stairs. So I have no idea what's happening now. I know we were traveling.
We're traveling. We've safely made it through that evening, and now it's traveling a new path. We're not going back to try to duplicate the path we were on. We'll just let the Rangers guide us safely like we were originally intending.
okay. So what kind of camping place are you going to choose?
We made it through the whole day and put a fair amount of distance. So
Made
it's
it
all
the
good.
whole day and no real issues.
bummer.
Didn't see anything.
We'll try to pick a similar camping ground where we have something to our back, so we're only having to cover like 80 degrees or 200 degrees, at elevation, if at all possible.
So during your travel during the day, the one thing you do seem to feel or notice, the actual forest it just feels different. I mean, obviously the trees are the same basic types, but it seems like maybe
What
the
is the
balance
Estes-
of plants is a little
Estes-
different. Well,
the rain-
Feltus doesn't really. I mean, he doesn't. He's not sure what to think, but it definitely is not how it was when we passed through this general area, and how he's remembered the general area to be. In fact, he's not finding any of the minor landmarks that he would be looking for.
Does he feel concerned?
I mean, it's generally he feels like you are where you're supposed to be, but it just all looks a little
A
different.
little off. So I guess as a mage, can I look at the? I decide I want to look at that little time turner thing that we're playing with and sort of see if I can get any inclination that what it may have done to give us some kind of idea. Because it seems weird, you know, the Ungren thing. They think it's a little strange in the area, so I don't know. I feel like it's weird, maybe.
So
And I
take a
wanna
look at it.
Or
I look at it.
maybe we passed from
kind of
normal forest into like an
spell or
enchanted
anything
forest or
that
something.
Well, we went through some kind of weird effect that put us on the ground, and it was really weird. And as a mage, I'm sort of looking at that as, okay, so things are getting a little weird now. We got a hourglass. Usually that has something to do with time. So I'm questioning it.
Give me a D20 roll.
Can we look at where the sun is in the sky? Like, is it the season change?
What's the sky look like? Sorry, I'm launching the thing. There you go. I'm stupid as hell. Anyways, I'm a dumb wizard. Unless I have to be under my score.
No, you want to roll high. Not really have anything
No.
to do with your score. You just need to roll high.
Oh. Well,
So you your score affects it, but it's not based on your score.
yeah.
You just can't get anything out of it.
No.
I mean, it just looks like an hourglass.
I just hand it back to Rag. It's like, whatever.
When you
So on the
start asking that question,
Okay.
Feltus does say, you know, I think you got a point. Before that thing, we were early in Tefnu, which is like April.
Okay. Spring, right?
I say that. Feltus doesn't. Yeah. Now he says, now we're pretty much at midsummer.
Oh my goodness. So maybe 2 to 3 months past while we were in the hourglass.
Mm.
I wonder what happened if we turned it the other way.
I thought about that.
All right, back enough. We could go back to that dungeon we started at. That was a joke, yeah. Okay, good. He got it.
He could also take away all of our XP, so let's not give him any ideas.
I know how it works. Got a time machine. It's different, you know. You get to keep that shit. We already did it.
Um,
We're already part of that timeline. You can't take that
now,
back.
now that perhaps does it make more sense to him, some of the landmarks considering the change, potentially that it's summer instead of spring? I felt this.
Does he feel like it could be any summer, or is there some major changes that he notices being a tracker?
Well, the other thing, if it's been 2 or 3 months, a lot of could have transpired in the war.
Mm-hmm.
It was we left and it was at a certain point. Obviously, it wouldn't remain at that same equilibrium. Something would have happened while we were off on our vacation.
Hopefully, it's only been a few months.
There's a deep talk around the campfire, Richard.
Yes, there is.
What
Yep.
is about what this could mean?
Hope it was only a few months and not a few years landing on summer.
It could be, and or we could have gone backwards.
Yeah, either way. Yeah.
And we really don't know.
Well,
It
that's why I'm
makes
saying.
sense that we might have gone forward just because the Ungren were there,
Yeah.
but otherwise, who knows?
I can't remember. Weren't Ungren a thing of the past?
Well, they were still
Like
existent,
like the first
but
battle or whatever that we encountered, like in the beginning when they took over the city or whatever.
yeah,
The first Baron. So that's one of the reasons I was sort of thinking. I get this kind of shit all wrong all the time. I'm sorry about that. You know, I'm not good at it, but that's why I was thinking it might be more in the past.
it's a possibility.
Putting our guess towards that, but you know. That's why I was asking Feltus or them or the Rangers or whatever that do these landmarks look different as in new or older? You know, if they could even
Well, that's
tell
the
that
thing
or
is they're
not.
not spotting anything they really recognize.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess we just have to make it through this night then, because we can't really do too much beyond
Right.
that.
Trying to remember like what
Now
would get
it's a
us.
real puzzle. What? It's
Where are we
gonna
on the
pick.
big map?
Richard's gonna have to zoom out to the big map.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we right now?
So you guys are about where that last mark is, because you guys
Which
kind
last
of
mark? I'm
double
sorry.
back.
I'm looking. I don't see.
We were like almost directly west of the pyramid.
And so we went east and saw that there was a bunch of forces at the pyramid.
No, you didn't go to the pyramid.
Remember, I was in my car.
No, we just saw the campfire.
Right.
So we're having to take an even more loopy way around.
Well, the witch had a bunch of Ungren at her in her service.
Yeah, well, that could they could
If you
very
guys
well
look
be.
more west, I'm going to put you out here. That's true.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out at this point, like what we can do to find us a landmark that we remember, and sort of check it out.
Anyone that we could get close enough to, we run the risk of getting involved in the war. Really, the pyramid's probably the closest one.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
the Jamberg up there. There's that one town we're kind of headed in the direction of. But that's on the end of the edge of the really bad
Oh.
area.
Yeah, we've never
You're
been
like
in there.
out here.
Okay, that little dot, I got you.
I think we can go straight north, and we should be able to figure that out. And if it doesn't change, I don't know. Maybe we can do some divination with his mirror or something when Ragnar's back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. We had the one Baron. He was in charge of the Ludenschein, wasn't he, when we were back there, or was it Bot?
Yeah, but it's been captured by the witch.
But it wasn't before. So like that's the whole
We've-
thing is I'm
it's
trying
been
to figure out.
confirmed to us that
Yeah.
it is now. All that area, probably anything east,
Or-
east of that yellow
Okay.
line is probably all gonna be bad guys.
Yeah, but so what I'm trying to do is we're all agreeing that something happened and it's unusual. The timing change.
Absolutely.
Right. So the best way to figure that out is to go somewhere that we recognize to see what if that's such a thing.
I agree with you, but it's also risky because we're trying to stay under the radar.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if there's any other alternatives.
Go start a farm somewhere. I don't know.
That's why I said there is that one town, Jamberg, up there. We haven't been there, but maybe we could get information as to what's going on.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of, it's a little less likely to blow our cover if we're over there. But yeah. Perhaps when we have the other characters back, somebody has a spell or an item or something that we can get to use to get some information. But I think if you go back towards the Ludenschein and all those areas, they're going to be stiff with the enemy, and they're going to be
You're a
on the
cleric,
lookout.
right? Why don't you communicate with your god and see if he'll be favorable to you?
I don't know if I have that spell.
So, what level are you? No.
Let's-
How's the name of that?
Speak to animals. He could speak
Communion?
to animals.
You don't have communion?
No, I don't have communion. That's a too high of spell.
Oh, is
It's
it?
the same phrase dead.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's like I said, I could speak to animals but I don't know that that's gonna do much for us.
Talk to a squirrel.
They always know so much.
Right?
Exactly.
They like
Well,
nut.
Owl, we want Professor Owl. That's who I'll talk to.
We have a white squirrel that lives on the tree over the beach in front of our house.
Now,
And the other day I went out. The other day I went out to take out some garbage or something. And he was in our flower bed right near where that was. And it was like sheer panic. And he couldn't figure out which way he wanted to go. Because I was like between him and the tree. And he really didn't want to go to our backyard, but he wanted to go to the tree. And I was there. It was funny.
I'm in a panic.
Yeah.
Well, we have to
back
make
and forth,
it.
back and forth, back and forth.
That's
Yeah.
you
All right.
guys
Well,
do.
we'll try to make it through this night and see if anything happens, Richard.
Okay. And you guys getting ready to go to bed. And Feltus never really talks all that much anyway. I've been pretty quiet, kind of staring at at the stars. And when y'all started to go to bed, he just continued to sit there and look at the sky.
Oh boy. Does it change that much? Stern.
We'll find out if he tells us.
Does he say anything back to Dern?
They ain't great difference, but I think there is.
As in months?
He points up and he says, "You see the plow there?"
Yes.
He points at one of the formations.
Mm-hmm.
Sure looks like this one out here on the front of it is further to the east than it to the west than it normally is.
Does it do that in the summer?
Don't change. Same thing
It's-
there in the middle of the handle. It seems to be a little, the one in the middle seems to be a little lower.
Are you suspecting that it could be years difference?
Don't know what that would mean.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Just never seen it that way before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My study of the sky is my study of the sky. Been to no schooling about it, so I don't know what it all means.
Yeah.
Did stars look different in earlier days?
Or later days.
Yes, but no, our stars, they still look the same, just different places. So yeah, something definitely happened. The only way to find out is to probably go to a town and ask questions if there's a town to go to.
So they're all,
Well,
you and Duran can both give me a D20 roll.
You got it, sir.
So they're all somewhere in your studies.
Oh,
You have been taught that the stars do move over time, centuries.
yeah. Cosmic drift.
Yeah. Now the theory, of course, is that the carts carrying them all travel at different speeds and they're very far off, so it's hard to, you don't really see them it happening very often. It takes a long time, right? The chariots, carts,
funny.
stars,
Yeah.
sun, all that stuff, they're carried in charts and in things.
Okay.
How do you think that they stay up there?
Yeah. I don't know. I just liked it. I thought it was cool.
It's all right. No, I mean, that's
if we've shifted potentially centuries, that's going to be a bit problematic, which means we
All right.
have to almost try to shift back.
So
to
I
our-
don't. Yeah, I don't have any astronomer skills or anything, but because I'm a mage and I do all that kind of stuff, is there a way for me to like know a formation that's really out of place or something I would recognize normally, or is there a way to
well,
do
he's
that? Or
already shown
no?
you a
Okay.
dominant, like I call it the plow, the Big Dipper.
Okay. All right.
And it is obviously
Totally in the wrong
not
place.
in the same alignment it was the last time you looked at it.
Right.
It's still roughly the same, but it's slightly different.
Right. But in history, I wouldn't know a difference.
No,
in
you do
stories or
know
something.
that
Okay. All right.
you've been told that. Maybe someone showed you an old star chart at some point and pointed some out to them, so you know, but you have no idea like the distances or what to expect. You just know that is a fact. So you
Okay.
can extrapolate that you're either in the past a great deal or in the future a great deal.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, if I can tell that much, I reiterate that to the party. Too bad we ain't got no moon letter maps and every 100 years kind of thing.
And so the night passes. And so you guys going to continue on west?
I don't know
Yeah.
at this point.
So with our talk though last night, we between all of us, we're starting to figure that we're not in the right place. We're not in Kansas anymore. So we should be
No.
extra cautious in what we do. It would be nice to find out where or when.
Well, it might mean that our original mission is moot, basically, anyway. Right? I mean, if it's centuries difference, then obviously what we were sent to do isn't relevant.
Unless if we're late. Late could cause problems, probably, right? Early wouldn't because it hadn't happened yet. So I mean, we should at least try to find out, or we could just pull out that time turner and switch it around and see if we can go back. Would be nice to know, have an idea where we're at before we decide to do that. But that is just my opinion.
So what's the plan?
Gave you all my ideas.
Calvin,
Yes.
what do you think?
Well, I think caution is appropriate.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would tend to agree with Nicodemus.
Where is he?
Thermal. Throttle.
Oh, okay.
No Nicodemus.
Yeah, we're in a real pickle, guys. What did we do about this one?
Hopefully it's bread and butter chips. That's all I got to say. Like I said, we go to someplace we know and try to be careful and scout it out. Get a bearing on where and what we're at. Maybe we can figure out what time we're at. And then
Maybe
we'll
we
know.
should go back to the Duke then, back towards friendly lines rather than where the
Yeah.
enemy was.
I mean, I don't know my history very well here, so I don't know when friendly lines were, but we could try.
If we go directly south, it takes us back to that valley
Whoops.
now where we we went there and we went off and buried the mace for them. They'll help us for sure.
Off in the
They'll
east?
be able to answer all of our questions. It's directly south of where we are now, if it's still in existence.
Hold on a minute. Are
It
we
was that
here?
Ratsdorf or whatever.
Yep.
We're there, and if you
Where's
go
the mace
directly
people?
south of
Because
that-
there's the mace.
where no, that's
But
where
the
we
people who
took it,
gave you
but
the
where we
mace were down
started.
here.
And that
You
valley was
fucking-
a good place. And we've done them a favor. They gave us I still have a raised dead skull that they gave me, and we got other stuff from them. So they'll answer our questions for sure.
Okay.
Plus, we maybe can get more help if, I mean, that's just it's either there or go back to where the Duke was,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
and they're
Duke is
both about
closer.
the same distance.
Well, I mean, the Duke is normal civilization, and that's easier to blend in with people that, depending on when it is,
It,
you know.
it is, but if it's like difference of centuries, maybe all the bits and pieces aren't going to be relevant anyway.
It's
Whereas,
not centuries. But anyways, but the people down below, there weren't they creatures of some sort? I forget, weren't they? Like, I forget what they were.
no, they were
Raiders?
like some good religious cult. They had
They were,
good creatures working for them. They had like that Sphinx.
I thought they were creatures, weren't they? Like
No,
Sagittarians or something, but a different kind, like deer people or something.
They had the satyrs.
they had some,
Oh, they had some.
but
Okay, right.
they were protecting it, but the people who came and talked to you from the thing were not.
Okay, been a while. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember.
I
Yeah,
think either choice is probably about as good as the other one. We just
I
the
prefer
bottom.
humans over creatures. Stupid humans
That's
over
fine.
creatures. I mean, that's just
Plus,
that's just me. Because I mean, you go down there and what happens if these creatures they like think we're evil and they decide that we stole shit from
no.
them?
We've already done them a favor.
Not if
We
it's in the
took the
past.
mace for them. They're going to be
Not
happy as punch to see us. They'll
n-
they'll go out
not
of their way to help us.
that's if we're in the right time zone, sure. If we're in the past, they might not have a clue who we are.
That's true. If it
Yeah.
is in the past,
Yeah.
that's a relevant comment. Yep.
Right, yeah. And then people in either direction in time are pretty
Yep.
neutral, unless, of course, they're
Yep.
all
Okay.
bandits or all evil people and they've turned the town into
Okay.
like Witchville. That,
All
I'm just
right.
saying,
Then
I think that's probably safer than creatures
I,
that might not know us.
I
That's
can,
all.
and I would think the Rangers would want that choice. So I'm happy enough to do that.
Okay. But that way
All
we get
right,
all our news
Richard.
and then we can
And
figure out what to
talking
do.
with the Rangers the next day, because it's so mysterious, we think it's wiser to retreat back to our lines and find out what's going on. What is Feltus think?
Well, Feltus agrees that you guys should try and find something, a town, a
Mhm.
landmark, something you know.
Well, the
Um,
pyramid's close, but that's a pretty risky one.
Yeah, that's a pretty risky one, especially if the witch is, I don't know how old she is or how long she's lived, if she's still running the place or not, future or past. That's another monster situation.
I mean,
What is guns are? No, okay, but that's down. That's going south. We don't want to do that. Jamberg is very neutral because we have no idea. When we go there, it could be anything.
Feltus would say probably head for one of the rivers.
Which river? The one to the west?
He doesn't care which.
Well, that one's closer.
Well,
Well,
I think we want to head directly south then. There's one directly south to us.
Sure.
and his logic there is if we hit a river, it should be roughly what we expect it to be and where we expect it to be.
Right.
And
Well,
that'll give us
there
some
is-
clue as if to where
Well, for the
We
role
could
playing
build the
aspect,
raft and float down to
We're
Hempstead.
in the general vicinity of where we were, or if we're totally somewhere else. Because if like we head south and we do not find, we head south east and we do not find that river. I know that river's been there for a long, long time.
right?
So we're either way back in
that-
the past or so far in the future it's been gone. The lay of the land seems the same, but a river would be a really good confirmation. Then we
Right.
also could follow the river to places we know are on
Okay.
that river.
So,
There's one
Well-
Hempstead. See Hempstead there? We could go down the river to that. Or Gunt. We've been to both of those places before.
right.
So there's some option there. All right. So we're heading south on this fine day.
Okay.
Hoping to
It
hit
doesn't
the
look like
river.
we
and-
can't go back north at all though on that river because it takes you right to the pyramid. So
So we'll just follow our previous trail. See how we've already been down that way. So it'd be pretty easy for us to go back the way we'd already been months
Mhm.
before.
yeah,
Well,
Fine.
except you're
we've been to guns,
not
so we would
at
know.
that one, and you're on the different opposite side of the river, coming in from
Yeah.
a different direction.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're not going to Voyeur. Is that what that is? Boer. Can't see it with the line over it. That's the
Yeah.
closest river. So we're going to the southwest river then?
No, we're going southeast, southeast. Yeah. Back
Yeah,
towards
it's the
blue line.
VOER River.
Yeah, so we're trying to go back to the Blue Line River where we were already before.
All right, fine.
So more or less directly south kind of keeps us away from where we were on the
Sure.
yellow path, and we'll just head until we hit the river. And then we can cross and hit our old trail and we should be all right. Just think of all the experience we get if we've traveled centuries.
I gotta find something
But
now.
you didn't live it. Traveling doesn't affect you either direction.
I think that's a mind-opening experience.
Yes, it is. And if you figure out how to reverse it, then that might result in some experience. But okay, so you guys
On the green
Start.
trail.
on the green trail heading for the Ver River. Okay, so again, it looks like the right mix of plants. It doesn't look different. And you guys are traveling, and give me the three of you give me D20 rolls. So the morning passes with nothing unusual. Give me the midday roll.
Oh shit. Ow.
We also have London and the Rangers. It's another
Yeah.
5 roll.
But they don't really count
Okay.
for this. Okay, so midday, you guys don't notice anything. Latter part of the day, kind of, 4 o'clock ish, 5 o'clock ish. You've been on a little trail It's kind of going the right direction. And you hear ahead of you a small group. Sounds like they're walking their horses.
Uh-huh.
What do you
We
guys
better
want to
get
do?
up. We better get off the trail and see if we have time not to surprise them or let them go if they're an enemy or
We could just see who they are, yeah, because we don't even know.
yeah. So
They could be
we're
American
trying not
Indians.
to
for all
be
we know.
obvious until we see who they are.
What if it's us?
Hey, man. That'd be cool.
Then you can kill them. Oh, I mean,
No, we're gonna go have a talk.
That's gonna be like the
We'll fix
evil
time.
captain.
We're like, stop Rag from touching the damn time thing. Take it away from him.
so,
Yes.
um,
Try to stay hidden.
who's going to do this?
All of us.
Well, we just Duran says let's just get off the trail. So we'll just with the rangers and everything try to move off so we're not right in the we can see them a little bit better maybe before they see us.
Using my
Can't
telescope.
see them at all.
We
So,
hear them.
yeah,
They're
You
coming.
hear
They're
them,
coming
yeah.
our way.
We're gonna get where we know they're coming through and watch them. Hopefully,
We're-
they think
I
So you
think
guys
we're
get off
behind
the
them.
trails.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we
And
just
you're-
get off the trail and wait for them.
This is an extenuating circumstance.
Once you
It's
get
not
off
like-
and you get set, you feel the sounds are getting fainter.
Oh, they're going away.
Yeah.
Good job.
We're behind
You're
them.
gonna make us chase them. Yeah.
So
All right, well we'll follow after them then.
in order
Talk to 'em.
to head them off,
Talk to 'em. Finish.
Okay. So you guys, how are you going to do this? I mean, you're going to try and catch them. You're just going to try and stay behind them.
Yeah,
What's
we'll
your plan?
speed up at
Yeah.
least to try to see who they are.
Which way are they heading? Are they heading towards the pyramid?
No, you guys are heading southwest.
Oh,
Well,
so
they're-
they're in front of us going
Southwest.
southwest. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we could try to catch
Yeah,
up.
we'll-
do,
we'll-
do a half stride. We
double
don't have to
time,
go like
sure.
crazy. We don't want them to think we're like trying to, jump them or something. I figure if they're bad, they'll attack. But if they're not, we might be able to talk to them.
So everybody give me a D20 roll.
Oh shit.
20.
Sorry, I'm being lazy. I'm laying on the floor.
Hey,
Now you-
so
now you
Galathon kind of
missed
pushes front on this one, and Galathon, you're able to get up and get a good look at them without them noticing you. And
Good man.
it is a young woman with two men in livery, and they are walking the two horse. They only have two horses, and they're walking them, and one of them both of them look worn out, and one is limping. Looks like it's got either a bad shoe or something in its hoof. Something's wrong with it.
All right.
I'm gonna make my presence.
She is dressed in extremely fine riding garments.
Riding garments, so she's not in a dress. She's wearing trousers.
She's wearing like leather breeches,
Okay,
and a leather
Maybe you should
leather
hail them.
top.
kind of like what's up?
I said you should hail them.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Hail, my lady.
And she flips around and she looks at you, and I want you to give me a D20 roll.
Oh shit! You're gonna turn us down.
There's something very familiar in how she looks at you,
Hopefully, it's not a young witch.
Mm,
but you can't
Oh, no.
figure it out. It's like she looks familiar in a way, but
Oh.
you can't place it.
She got red hair.
Maybe it's Tam Tam. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, she does.
Mm. Art thou in need of assistance, my lady? I say to her.
Where's Nicodemus when we need her?
Yes, I am. Are you a man of Enoch?
Yes, I am. I am a knight of Enoch, my lady.
Well, I am your queen, your empress. Please, you may serve me.
Your Majesty, it would be my honor. And I approach her on horseback or whatever, dismount, and I'll take a knee at her side. Yep.
And she gives you her name. And it is the same as the empress who just died.
Mm.
But she's young. So we went backwards in time.
Which empress was that? When was that?
Says, and sir, what has your part been in the war to date? I do not recognize your livery, but there are many knights in Enochia, and I do not know them all. But I thank you kindly for coming to my aid.
Your Majesty, my friends and I are adventurers who have traveled through time.
You're supposed to tell that. You never do that. Yeah, it's too late now. Go for it, man. Finish her up.
This
all
is
you, gal.
This is why you do not recognize my livery, Your Majesty. We come from the future.
You tell is strange, but I was told to expect strange help on this journey.
You got it.
There must be some of that.
We were on a
Who are your
special mission
companions?
in the future to destroy your enemies, the enemies of Enoch. So how can we help you now? You seem in need of Enoch, and you, Empress, seem in need now, says Durin.
So Theranol
Yeah.
and Durin, as you draw closer, you need to give me a D20 roll.
Your Majesty, we possess a magical hourglass which allows us to travel through time.
He's giving it up.
I have sworn fealty. I have sworn fealty to thee in the future, in your twilight years.
Good that you show such loyalty to me. Theranol, when she looks at you,
Do I remember this person? Because I don't know if I was around.
well, let me say what I'm going to say. When she
Okay,
looks
I'm
at
sorry.
you, it's the same look that Tantan has. Just her eyes, and there's a piercingness to Tantan's look.
Right.
Like she's looking into your very soul, and she has the exact same thing, and her eyes are the same kind of
Is Tantan the little girl?
color. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, fine. I look at her and I go, Tam Tam?
No, I am not Tantan.
Well, damn. This is Tam Tam's mommy.
Exactly. Tantan might be the next empress in the future.
Well, it's not her. She said that.
Yeah, but Tantan's supposed
That
to
is
be in
not
the
my
future.
name now, nor has it ever been.
Yeah, maybe it's her daughter.
How,
Anyway,
how can we assist you today, says Durham. We obviously are meant to join you and help you. We have, and Durham will introduce the Rangers. We have these were servants. soldiers?
Yes, I have escaped.
Escaped.
From the capital. I fear my mother has been slain by the one I will not name and will not honor with the name of God. And my faithful servants helped me escape from the capital. And I've made my way south. And I'm trying to make it to the coast.
The Barachia.
Yes, Barachi, I believe, would be the closest.
Do you
There.
wish for us to escort you and use our hours to protect you?
I would appreciate that. My party was larger when we started, and these men have done all they could to get us this far. Reinforcements would be a great comfort.
We were on a mission for your lieges, your lords previous, and so that mission is temporarily suspended while we assist you. There is no other choice for us but to assist you. And then hopefully, once we assist you with your throne, you can help us go back to the time we're meant to be. That's right.
Mage.
Thank you. If I have any way to repay you or to assist you, I will. I do not know the status of things, but I must escape. They must not kill me. I must
You
be
will
able
not
to return.
We come from the future and you live
think-
to a very ripe
What's the date?
and proper age, so we will be successful.
We are destined to be successful.
And so she give you an age.
I just want to know what year it is.
Well, she'll give you the
What day is it? Wednesday. Huh. The date.
So we've probably
May
gone back
5th. What year?
approximately
What?
50 years. Guys, we're probably 50 years or more
In the past, yeah.
earlier.
no.
Won't the party be Ragnar be surprised when he comes back from holiday? See what you did, mate?
An adventure the DM has been
You
planning.
sent us on a holiday is what you did.
She says this is the year 775, and it is a dark year indeed.
What year are we from?
And
We
what
would
year
know
were
that.
we in when we
Morning.
got transferred?
So I'm going to help you out here. So you
Oh,
guys
we would know.
are in like, what is it? I've got it written down somewhere, but you guys are like in the year 12 something.
Oh, fuck. We're like 500 years in the past.
400 years.
But you would all know enough of your history to know that
The
the
queen is
event
immortal.
she's talking about
It's completely nothing to do with us.
was a good 200 years, 200 and, or I want to say 75. Okay. So a good 25 years prior to year one of the reckoning that you work under.
Oh, so it's a
What does that
whole
mean then?
different
What?
era. Fuck.
Right. So you guys are like back before the winter's dark.
Yeah, it's like
You just
1,000.
So you guys are like,
You're
yeah,
filthy
1,200
for someone you don't
years
even know.
back in the past.
Wow.
We're in the past.
Okay.
775
That's
is
worth a few EP.
BC.
Yeah, basically before. Yeah,
Wow.
before our reckoning of time.
Okay, I don't know what reckoning means. So
Well, I
Like,
guess
like
we just
Anno Domini is a
Element
reckoning
that
of
I
time.
don't know about.
I think we just got to go along with her, pretty
Sure,
much
whatever.
stick to her like glue until for the foreseeable future, guys. What do you reckon?
This is gonna fuck up the future. You talking about? You get this butterfly bullshit.
Well, it's
This
gone.
is what I was
Th-
trying to avoid.
Huh.
Whatever.
is,
Then
Richard,
I tell her, you know, Your Majesty, I was mistaken. I've sworn fealty to your descendant in the future.
No, actually, you did swear
Too
you did
late.
swear fealty to her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's immortal.
What?
Not immortal,
Dead.
but very, very long lived because her line
You know.
was there were gods.
Half elven. Oh, okay.
They're
Yeah.
half god, half human.
Gotcha.
Oh, weird.
Okay, my bad.
I mean, it's just
Anyway,
them. It's not like there's a race of these. There was a family.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is a
Yeah.
bunch of history I don't know about. So that's yeah.
anyway, we'll travel with her from here on, Richard, to protect
Yeah.
her.
Why
as we
not?
said.
Sure.
Borachia, so
Yeah, we're a little like out of our way.
It's not that far. You guys have been there before.
Yeah, just not this far
that's
back.
where they charge us all the gold, the silver to get into town and out of town.
Oh, this is the past. Damn, my fucking silver's not under that tree yet. Damn it. Yeah, I was gonna be like, look, I got all this fucking silver I could spend, right? Couldn't go into the future. Good job, Rag. Jeez.
Good news is most of the treasures that we've accrued up to this point are.
Let's go get him again.
Yeah, we can go get them again in this time period. So we can have
We can go back to that dungeon now.
we can have
Find out what
duplicates.
this shit's all about.
We could take over the pyramid and make it ours.
How about we just blow it up and then they won't have it and they'll move somewhere else? Just saying. We're no
Maybe
good
it
with
means
time travel.
Amcam's an immortal one too.
This planet's toast when we're done. We're gonna be rich. Just give us the XP now, Richard, because you know we're gonna earn it.
And a lot of zeros.
Nah,
Some
we're still in
numbers
that
with lots of
timeline. It
zeros.
still goes the same. We can't do that.
F
We gotta
zeros, a
travel the
bunch
slow
of
way now.
nines.
So
All right. So
that line is where you get to that first day, and
Well, we have horses, so we'll offer for her to ride one of our horses.
yeah, I think between all of you guys can. Okay, so you guys, the next day, the night passes with no issues. Next day, you travel, don't really have any issues. I give you some time to, if there's any questions you want to ask them,
Is
feel free to do so.
is there who is the war against? We'll try to find out who more about who the current
what's our new
enemy
war to
is,
play with?
what's
Yeah,
going
right.
on.
Mhm.
He doesn't really respond, but one of the guys with her will say, "I'm Clark."
What?
They're relatives, right? They're having a family fight.
Well, yeah, I guess sort of they are.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, her family was a different group. I mean, they were her family was tied up with the god of treachery, and his wife, and Unclar kind of got involved, but yeah, her people, the people, her parents' people brought Unclar into the Prime Plane after the gods had banned the other gods from being in here. And when he got here, he did what you would have thought he did.
Hmm.
What happens when you let the lawful evil
They have fun.
god loose? And he brought forth the Ungern. So they are new at this point. They've just been here a few years in the world.
Wonderful. Maybe we could do this again and go
And
back a few years and we can deal with this really quickly and end it. Nah, we'll hit 400, another 400 years back. Hmm. That's pretty crazy.
Oh boy. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Hmm. That's pretty interesting. It's a nice base to start from.
And
Hmm.
we'll mention to that we saw
Who's got that ring?
some Ungren, the Legion of Ungren.
Oh, that's my fan. Here.
well,
Didn't hear it.
so he's pushing south, is he?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Terrible beasts.
Oh, we know. We've dealt with a few in our time.
Suppose you have.
Hmm?
I suppose you have. He's probably
Oh,
still terrorizing things.
who, Onklar?
Yes.
If I think correctly, he's not. He's more of, isn't it more he's like off the plane in our time?
He wouldn't know that.
I thought he was. I thought that's like we had like with the statues and stuff. Oh, that's what I'm saying though. Yeah, I was thought I'm asking you out of character because I
Yeah,
thought
no, no,
that's
no.
where we were at with that.
You are on the
Yeah, so then I was
proper
reiterating that to her.
thought
Yeah, so
process.
maybe give her a little hope, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah.
He's
And
been banned.
I don't think we ever really found out exactly who our bad guy was, right? In the future. We
Yeah,
dealt with
he's
the
a
pyramid
No.
lady, but she's still around, and then there was somebody else that we were dealing
Yeah.
with, so it could be him. I mean, I guess it was.
I mean, no, like you're not dealing with Unclar.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
You
I
are
knew it was
you
some other
you you
baddie.
you are dealing with servants, former servants of his that are still lurking about in the land.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So we can at least tell her that then. We let her know that.
Yes, thank
We
you.
stop them all here.
That is good if people from the future can provide provide hope.
You got it.
and protection, says Durin.
Protection, yes. And so the next day, The next day, you guys are making progress. And you're getting near to the river. And when you get there, your scouts come back and let you know that there is a party of Ungern with a boat.
Hmm.
It looks like they've stopped to have a meal.
Boat would be helpful to cross. How convenient of them to have provided it for us, says Duran. What do you reckon, Your Majesty? Shall we commandeer this boat in Your Majesty's name?
Yes, that would be
Yeah,
very good.
That's
Maybe
funny.
we can take it down the river.
Oh my.
Yes, I think that could be wise. So maybe we'll send the Rangers out and we'll try to get the jump on them. How many we're talking about? Half dozen, 10?
Let's see. So there's like 15 of them.
Mm.
Oh, we can probably take 15.
With 3 of us?
No, well, we got 5 of our own NPCs and then we got
I forget about them.
them. So we've got 8 NPCs with the 3 of us, so it'd be 11 against 15.
Wait till next time, we'll have everybody. Plus some.
Well, we've got the 4 Rangers, they're all gonna fight. We should be able to handle it. They're not hill giants or anything. Or we could leave it here for the party next week if you guys want to.
That's where you want to pause it. We can pause it.
If you got, I think we can probably handle it, but I think it's probably a reasonable place to pause.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of background work to kind of get us a
Get
little
it
bit
started.
sorted that we don't have to deal with next week, so.
Right.
Yeah.
It will make
Okay.
it a lot more fun with everybody here too.
Right.
That's fair enough.
Don't want to steal all that
So-
fun for ourselves, do we? We're not that
That also
greedy,
gives
are
you
we?
a chance to work on it, Richard.
I think this boy's got to have worked on something if he did all this.
Yeah, I have just magically come across her.
'Cause that's a hardcore random thing.
Yeah.
I can
All
remember
right.
if he does.
that
it
one.
all off
That
the
one's
cuff.
not random.
See, you're not doing this off the cuff then.
I know.
Well, that
Not
was
totally.
I wouldn't.
Everything else was off the cuff, but that wasn't because I had not. This was not a plan. This wasn't something. This is something I had to come up with because of what Ragnar did. It was
That's a
not.
fun thing.
I had
Nice.
Didn't even. Yeah, that's the fun stuff about it. Is this is like totally odd piece of the
Player
story.
created.
So,
Yeah. As long as you
Well,
create it,
imagine
that's cool.
that we're gonna have to explain to them next week how we got 1,200 years in the past and in a different place.
Oh, they'll find
then-
out. Believe me, I'll definitely be talking to because I know I'm playing with Nicodemus tomorrow.
Well, this is talk about a curveball, Richard. This is a 12-6 curveball, isn't it? Nolan Ryan.
yes, it is.
And a slide.
So-
Next, you're gonna throw us a Randy Johnson slider.
So yeah, you guys 1,000 experience points for this one.
And we're on for next week.
Yes, we are on for next week.
All right.
Same deal
hopefully
for me,
Ragnar will
so-
be around, and yeah, all good.
And the rest of
Thank you
them.
very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got this.
Thanks.
Oh, you're very welcome.
out of the way.
Yeah.
Thanks
Glad
for
we-
DMing.
Yeah, thanks.
Ah, you're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Thank you for
Mm.
playing. It's always
All
a
right,
All right.
thanks, Richard.
See you next week.
pleasant Friday. Okay.
Bye,
we'll
everybody.
See you guys next Friday.
And for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're watching us live, we're going to raid into somebody. Wow, they changed the raid button. I can't even. Okay. Ah. Okay. We're gonna raid into. Anna Meyer, who is a creator of maps for Greyhawk, AD&D 2nd Edition. Wait a minute. This is really weird. Ah, she's not accepting raids. How about Jiggy? I don't know. How about Dork Tales? There we go. So if you stay with the raid, you'll get an extra couple hundred channel points. And